Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Patrick here from Play Clash of Clans, bringing you guys the next episode of my quest to the top 200, where you can see there's been a little bit of change. So I decided to change my base layout a little bit. I'm using a layout that's pretty popular with some of the top players. I was unhappy with mine, and this might not be permanent. This might only last an episode or two, but I just wanted to see what type of success I have. So looking at my defensive log, the one on the bottom is my old defense, but since I changed it, I'm 1-1. So I had one win where he got 49%. I gained 23 trophies. And then the other one I lost with 2 stars and I lost 8 trophies. So what you're hoping for in Champions League, you're hoping to win, I'd say, around 30% of your defenses. If you can win 30%, that would be amazing. Because what happens in Champions League is around my level, if you lose, you usually only lose about 5 to 7 trophies. But when you win around 25 trophies. So say if you lose 3 in a row and you lose a combined 21 trophies, all it takes is one win for 21 to get you right back to where you were. And that's what you're hoping to do. So I'm hoping I can win maybe around 30% with this defensive strategy. And I'll let you guys know how that goes and we can talk about it. But if that happens, that's going to be really good. And I'm not going to have to worry about getting demolished and losing all my trophies on defense. Okay, so for this replay, he attacked me with a pretty common strategy. You can see he has only his witches left at 49%. All he needed was one more building to win, but it turns out I was able to destroy those last witches, and we got to win and keep our trophies. So again, that gave me over 20 trophies on that defense. All right, so heading back to base, we do have some upgrades to do, just like last time. I forgot to do my Seeking Air Mine. I think there's like one more Seeking Air Mine left to do. So let's go ahead and upgrade that one. And once again, AppNana sponsors me on this series. Thanks to them for hooking me up. If you guys want to find out a way to get free gems, go ahead and check them out in the link in the description below or the annotation on your screen. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this Air Mine right here. And then looking at the walls, I guess I can do maybe like one set of walls. And then if we have gems left over afterwards, then we can do another set of walls. But I just want to save them for now so I can use it on training troops. All right, so that's going to do it for the upgrades. We have about 4,000 gems left. That's plenty enough to gem some armies, do stuff like that. We're sitting at 3,462 trophies. And also, I've changed my attack strategy a little bit. So usually I'm using like 16 witches, but what I've done is I've subbed out a couple witches for a golem. I might bring like 2 or 3 wizards, 5's a little bit high, and then I might bring some more wall breakers. So I'm sort of just checking around with the strategy because what's been happening is I've been getting destroyed by a bunch of giant bombs. And I think having the golem up front can help me like deter a lot of the damage that I might get to my witches. And he also might be able to pop some of those giant bombs before my witches get them. All right, so let me go ahead and show you what I'm doing right here. You can see I do have a rage spell with me. I subbed out the rage spell for one of my lightning spells. And attacking this base with about 30 trophies, it's sort of tough to decide where to attack from. So first of all, let me bait the Barb King and the Archer Queen. And I'm thinking I'm going to go from the top. So there's only one warder on the top, and I can easily take that out with my lightning spells. So I'm going to do that. And then also now I'm going to deploy my witches, and we'll start to make our way through. So I'll probably do my golem in just a second. I'm going to wait for the Archer Queen and Barbarian King to go down. And then now that they've been locked onto by the witches, I'll drop my golem, they'll start making their way through, and then now I can start funneling some of my other troops. So I have some witches going on, I did drop my heroes, I'm going to drop my lightning spell on his clan castle troops. And then now, like I said, I did bring a rage spell, and I found the rage spell is great for just right when you get near the town hall or just before it. It helps you get that extra boost that you need. And I think it might be more valuable than that 4th lightning spell. So it's just something I've been testing and seeing if it helps me win more raids. All right, so right now we're only about 13%. We haven't made that much of a move, but we just got rid of those witches that were sort of holding us up on defense. And then now I can drop my rage spell. We've had a jump spell dropped, and all my troops are going to the center. And now with my rage spell, they're going to make their way through. The skeletons are going to do a bunch of damage, and most importantly, my Archer Queen will just shoot down that town hall, no problem, and we'll get our first star. So yeah, now it's just hoping to get that second star. I'm going to let my troops run around. I actually do have 6 archers left, and looking at where I can drop them, let me drop one there. I'm going to drop one here, and then I can snipe a couple of these buildings. So I'll drop one here, here, and then finally on this elixir collector. And you're going to see that this might just do it. Let me fast forward real quick, and let's see what happens. So it looks like those archers were able to take care of those buildings, and it gave us a big boost up to 50%, and that's going to make the difference between us getting 10 trophies or 20 trophies. So just saving those 6 archers really did a great job for me, and that's why it's sometimes nice to have those guys waiting there, because you might be able to pick off some buildings at the end of the raid. Okay, so let's move on to the second raid, and this one is a total of 28 trophies, so let's see what we can do here. I have pretty much the same strategy. I brought, I think, 1 more witch, and I subbed out like 2 wizards and something else. But let's go ahead and attack and see if we can make our way in the base. So this sort of looks like my old base, except for there's like buildings where there used to be a gap in my old base. And that makes it a lot better to attack, because that way my witches like don't go side to side. They're going to attack those buildings in the center, and they're going to make their way to the town hall. Okay, so right now I'm dropping my troops. I drop my archer queen. I'm going to drop my barb king in just a second. Did drop my 2 lightning spells, and you can see this is actually probably a terrible raid on my end. I didn't drop the golems already. I'm sort of just like messing around with the wall breakers, and at this point I haven't really deployed everything I want to deploy, and I'm really scared that the wizard tower is going to take care of my witches. My witches are way too close to the wizard tower, and I'm sort of afraid they're going to get wiped, but I get really lucky that the wizard tower did not take care of those guys, because that would have been an instant loss. So now that I've been given a second chance, my witches didn't die. I'm going to drop that golem, drop my clan castle. I really screwed up there. That's looking really ugly. But my witches have done a great job staying alive in the center. And at this point, I can just drop my jump spell and drop my rage spell and pray that we get that W. So they're making their way in. I did drop my wall breakers, so that makes it a little bit easier for them to go on the path to the town hall. And then after they take care of that town hall, I can breathe a sigh of relief, because that was probably one of the worst raids I've won in Champions League. I watched that on replay, and it was just absolutely awful. I don't know how I won. I got really lucky that wizard tower didn't blow up those witches. But you know what? I can't complain. I've been unlucky sometimes, so I'll definitely take those 18 trophies and run with it. So very happy about that. Let's go ahead and head back to base and see where we are at this point. Okay, so heading back, you can see we have reached 3,500 trophies, and the funny thing is, at the beginning of this series, to get to the top 200, I think it was only like 3,506 trophies. Or it was that, I think it was like somewhere in the 3,500s. So it's funny how it used to be 3,500, but now I think I have to go all the way up to 3,700. So we're going to have to climb our way up there and see what we can do. So you can see I did buy some more gold to do those walls. I did have some gems left over, so I thought I would spend them on those. Let's go ahead and check the leaderboards, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So looking at the top players for global, I'm just going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to number 200, and you can see it's at 3,689. So we're 189 away. Definitely getting closer. It's sort of been pushed up a little bit. You can see like the cheap shielding gotten taken out, so like no one's winning on defense now on the top. And then heading to the United States, I'm 84th. So you can check me out if you guys are in the US and see what I'm doing after this video. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like and a favorite if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already for the next video, where hopefully we can push to maybe 3,530. But other than that, I will see you guys later, and thanks for watching.